Good evening, everyone. This is Julie White from Pennsylvania, and we are supposed to have weather in the 50s tomorrow, and I hear some places are having a blizzard. So anyway, welcome to our team Zoom. We love our team Zooms every Monday night, same time, same Zoom, and we have some exciting things happening tonight, and we are going to have Mark and Krista, or at least Mark is going to be hosting this call tonight. So Mark, go ahead. I think you're muted though, Mark.
If I can do this business, anybody can do this business. Monday, March 3rd. Hey, everybody. It's exciting times. We are quickly coming up on Global Convention in how many weeks? 6 weeks? No, not even 5 weeks, something like that. Registration ends March 31st for online Global Convention registration. So get that done if you're coming. There are also a few hotel blocks, rooms in the block still available as well. What else is important? I've got some announcements, but I really want the purpose of doing the call tonight. Most of you know, I was unaware, but most of you know that Dave and Joanne Madison are leading the Start the Month call right now for the corporate call. So thank you for choosing us over them, because while they're awesome, we are more awesome. No, but the reason we wanted to go ahead and hold our team call tonight was because we have some very exciting news. Most of you are aware that both Jody Russell and Cynthia Bryan qualified for the Alaskan incentive trip coming. And I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise, they're awesome. It's Krista's and my favorite way to vacation. And two, if you've ever been on an Alaskan cruise, that's a different level. Boy, it's the best. I don't know if there could be maybe there's a better cruise. We did that on our honeymoon, and golly, it was just awesome. And we spoiled ourselves right out of the gate. And I don't know, so hard to try to replicate that magic, but it is majestic. So we've asked Jody. I see Cynthia just hopped on. I didn't get a confirmation, but Jody, if you will, sister, just talk a little bit. I don't know that everybody knows you. So just share a little bit of your story and talk about how you did this and maybe what qualifying for this trip signifies to you. And then we'll hear from Cynthia.
Okay. Um, Hi, I'm Jody Russell, and I've been here for 2 years and 2 months, and just absolutely so blessed to be a part of this team. Just so grateful for the leadership and the support. And I've heard from stage, you don't make it, like, you don't rank advance, you don't do anything without the leadership or the people on your team. And so it's just, you feel that, like, you really feel it. And so it seems kind of funny to say I want it, because I know I only kind of want it. It was, just such a team, such great leadership. And just you guys all know who helped. I mean, we reached out. You said to reach out if we wanted to qualify, and I really leveraged the GLP-1, the launch, and so that got me most of my points. And I'm like, gosh, I think maybe I could do this. And so Mark and Krista, when you guys said, reach out to us if you want to, Cynthia and I did, and absolutely. I mean, I would still be in the deficit if Cynthia didn't rank up as well. So it's so great that it's a team and that it's not just, you can't do this alone. So really good. So I recognize that tremendously. But anyway, you asked a little bit about my story. I jumped into LifeVantage not because of the products. I was crying out to the Lord for answers, and he brought me an opportunity that I would have never jumped into. And so being in the public and being transparent just wasn't something I like to do. And I just felt like the Lord told me to do it. And such a 2 years of just facing every fear. I've just awakened every morning saying, I have to do something today that I'm afraid of. And so the whole journey has been that way. And it seemed like this last year was horrific, and everything that could possibly come in the way came in the way. And I just kept saying, how will I tell the next person that they can do this if I succumb to whatever this situation was, from, no internet to, I can't even begin to say. One day I'm going to write a book. But just a lot of tough things of just living in a tiny town and going through some really rough things, and just, and then internet working, not working, and well going out, and air conditioning going out, and all different kind of things. And you're like, I'm just not going to make it. But yet I just kept feeling the whole time that if I couldn't overcome those and make a choice to be vulnerable, make a choice to, just jump out there and do the hard things, then I could never tell anybody else to do it. So I am like the least likely person to succeed at this. And so I'm just so great. So the trip is not like so much about the trip. The trip is like, I pressed through. I pressed through, and I didn't let it beat me. And so I'm just thankful. That's it.
Right on. Oh, it's very well deserved, sister. You did an awesome job, and we'll all be waiting for pictures from the cruise. You two represent this team so well, and we're so proud of you guys. Cynthia Bryan, not far down the road from Jody. I don't know that everybody knows you either. Those that were at the Building Depth event in Atlanta got to meet both of you. But could you do the same, Cynthia, and just share a little bit of your story, how you got here, what you did? And I know you did this on another call, just sort of gave an overview of the things that you were doing to qualify for the cruise and rank advance. And then maybe comment on what this means, maybe forecasting a little bit or projecting what qualifying for the trip means to you and your family and your team, and et cetera.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I can echo everything that Jody said about help from the team and upline encouragement. And this group is just amazing. And I'm just so proud to introduce new people to our team. It's just such a privilege. Yeah, and I did not realize I was even close to earning the Alaskan trip until I think I was sitting at lunch with Jody and was asking her, tell me how to do reels and Facebook Live. Like, I need some instruction on this. And she's like, let's look and see how many points you're away. I'm like, I could do this. And that was early January. And so I needed to do a lot in the last 3 weeks of January, and things came together, and that our team was willing to, upline, and those who've been in the business for a while were willing to do the Zoom calls and meetings for us. And, we've had 6 Zoom meetings that we invited people to, Zoom and in person. We invited people locally to my home. And if they couldn't come, did it on Zoom simultaneously. And that was great. That was really good for our group here. Had a lot of great responses, and people would show up that weren't on my list, that saw something on Facebook and showed up. And so I was really surprised about that. I got involved at the beginning because Jody told me about it. She called me December, a little over 2 years ago, and said, I have something you might want to look at. And it was January before I responded and said, okay, now I can breathe. I have time. Let's get together. And I just knew when she shared it with me, like something stirred in my heart and my spirit, that this was something that I was going to be doing. I didn't tell her that because I was like questioning God in the moment, like, what is this and why and how could this be? And so I got my husband on Tri-Synergizer. In 3 days, he was sleeping through the night. He used to wake up every 3 hours to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, there's something to this. Let me research. And I was convinced and jumped in as a consultant right then. And I didn't really share
the information with anyone except for my close family and extended family and a couple of close friends for a while. And then after a year, I went to a building depth meeting in Atlanta, February a year ago, and just really felt um, my heart pulled toward the business and what it could do to help people earn income for their families. And not only that, that it would help get the word out about these amazing products if there were more people on the team sharing about this. So that last year in February is when I started inviting people into the business. But I was terrible at follow up. I was okay at telling people about it initially, but just wanted them to call me if they were interested after that. And it was in January of this year that I really started following up with everyone I talked to in the previous month, year, and I kept my list. Like every 3 days, if I hadn't heard from them, I was sending them something else until they said, "Don't contact me," which I think maybe one person said that out of 50. And so I just every 3 days I would go through and say, okay, what can I send them? And it might have even just been, "Hey, how are you doing?" Just to remind them I'm here, and that they hadn't responded yet. And so that helped. And I've still got, follow-ups that from January that were interested that I'm following up with, and they still are asking questions or at least not saying no. So I'm not doing it every 3 days now, but um, but the trip itself, I was just excited to be able to get the trip. This is going to be really big for me and my family. My husband is convinced about the products, but was not really convinced about the business and the time being put into the business. We'd seen a little bit of income, but when the Alaska trip, he's like, okay, yes, we can host meetings in our home. Yeah, let's see what you can do. And so I'm just super excited to have him go with me to Alaska. And he recently told me he would go with me to Salt Lake City to Building Depth in June. So June 20th and 21st is the next Building Depth meeting or in-person conference. If you haven't been to one of those, that was just really pivotal as far as the business for me. And so I'm excited to have my husband with me and to get to meet just some of our amazing team and some others in the business and get to know them. So this is going to be really big for us.
I love it. I love it. One of the greatest joys in our lives, Krista's and mine, is the fact that this allowed us to work a business together. And that I don't know. I don't know how many people get to do that in their lifetimes. It's just so great when you're in the yoke together with your spouse. That's just awesome. So our hope and prayer is that this will absolutely clinch that for him, Cynthia, and anybody else who has a reluctant or difficult spouse in getting behind this MLM thing. Boy, that's our prayer, is
Yeah.
that the light bulbs will come on and yeah, and they'll support you if you're in that position. So yeah, maybe I see you, David. What you got?
Yeah, man. Thanks, Teva. So, hey, I am so overblown excited for Cynthia and Jody. Mark and Krista, you've been on multiple trips, as have Lena and I with LifeVantage. LifeVantage knows how to do a trip. They will bless you beyond what you can never dream or imagine. Girls, ladies, I am I am so proud of the effort that you have put into this, because you have the integrity and the sincerity and the authenticity that's required to do this business. Network marketing is all about relationships, and we have phenomenal products, as your husband noticed within 3 days of taking the Tri-Synergizer, he saw a difference, and he was sold on the products in that amount of time. And now that you're taking him on a cruise paid for by LifeVantage to Alaska, he is bought into the business, and so excited for you, and so excited. Jody, I won't share everything you've shared with me, but this is enormous for you and for the people that you know, to show that this is a legitimate business. You are a legitimate businesswoman, and you have authority over that whole area of Thomasville, of South Georgia, Valdosta, that whole area. I love what's happening down there, and you both have done such a great job in stewarding what the Lord has given you. We are so proud of you, Lena and I, and whatever we can do to put gasoline on that fire that you started down there, we are happy to do that. So love it.
Thank
Thanks, brother.
you.
Krista, baby of mine, maybe some words of affirmation, encouragement if you got some. I know Krista was working really closely with these gals, helping them qualify as well. So she's got a touch of the bug, so that she's not on camera. But are you still on, babe? You have to unmute. Maybe not. Which brings up another point. At Building Depth in Atlanta, I promised the people at the table that I would record a brand new opportunity presentation that would be 30 minutes or less. I have made 3 attempts to do that on 3 different occasions. I have this horribly nagging chesty cough. So I tried 6 times today to record that thing, and it just became impossible. Like the amount of editing that I would have to do. So pray that I find my daily wellness. There it goes. We're in Tennessee, and so we're bouncing around from place to place, and I think I still have some. But my cod liver oil is gone. My omega, I'm on my last batch of omegas, Omega Plus tonight. So say a little prayer, because I would love to get that done. I haven't forgotten, and it's going to be good. So I've got some great new slides, and I'm taking things back, which helps me remember what I wanted to share a little bit on tonight. Use my Tevye voice. I could use my Tevye voice. It would be very funny. Oh, just a clarification, Cynthia, that's St. George, Utah. And June 20th and 21st for Building Depth. Salt Lake will be convention coming up, which is a pretty quick turnaround, but Utah is awesome. Two things about the opportunity meeting. One, I was in the shower yesterday, and I was thinking about, there's conventional wisdom in sales that you try to get people to say yes as often as they can, because at the end of the day, you're going to ask them to do business with you, and there's conventional wisdom in that. But I think there's also a power in helping people come to grips with where they are in an unsatisfactory. And Zig Ziglar did a great job of this. He had, I think it was 7 laws of success, or his metrics for measuring success. And those were, I'm going to pull those up. 1, are you happy? Yes or no? 2, and I'll post these, and I'm going to incorporate this in the next opportunity meeting. But 1, are you happy? 2, are you healthy? And the conversation goes like this: are the things you're doing today going to create more happiness for you in the future, as you define happiness? Are the things you're doing today going to provide more health and health for your family in the future? Number 3 is, are you reasonably prosperous? Are the things you're doing today going to provide you with a sense of reasonable prosperity, as you define reasonable prosperity? And we can have the whole daily bread conversation around that as well. Number 4, how's your sense of security? If you're working for the government now, you're shaking in your boots, or there's just a lot of changes going on. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I could count, I would be awesome. Your friends. Are the friends that are in your circle of influence right now, are they encouragers? Are they affirmers? Are they accountability partners? Are they people that believe in you more than you believe in yourself? Because here's what we found. In LifeVantage, you get that for $1,000. For $1,000 becoming a consultant, you are automatically grafted into a circle who actually believe in you more than you believe in yourself. I know that doesn't sound reasonable if you're brand new. That sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly what happens. And I just give people the opportunity to pause and think about the emotional vampires and the knuckleheads that are surrounding them, and we call these people friends. So, are the relationships you're cultivating now creating those kind of relationships? Are the people that are around you? Would you like to maybe filter some of that negativity out? The cynicism and skepticism and sarcasm with people of belief, people of hope, people of promise, people with a cause. We have that. No, next one, peace of mind. This is longer than 7. How's your peace of mind? I tell people 15 years ago, I was the guy working 2 jobs, staring at the ceiling fan, going, Lord, this ain't working. And we weren't making it. And to your point, Jody, I wouldn't be here if the Lord hadn't brought this our way. We were praying desperate prayers. And there are people right now I know that are not on this call, that are not on our team, who are praying desperate prayers, that are looking for solutions to pain. The next one is your family. And Cynthia mentioned this. A lot of times family are the hardest ones. For me, in my house, family has been the cause of bleeding forehead disease for 15 years because they just, for some reason, they don't get it. Maybe because I'm, recovering knucklehead. I don't know. But if you do this well, I promise you, you can be the curse breaker for your family. You can create generational wealth. You can escape the cycle of poverty and a poverty mindset in your family. You absolutely can do that. What would that be worth? Are you doing things that are going to provide that for your future? And finally, how's your sense of hope for the future? Do you get up excited or do you get up depressed? Do you get up with a sense of purpose or monotony? And these are real questions I find. GLP is awesome. Mind Body is awesome. Protanim's awesome. Axio, can't go without it. Liquid collagen, awesome. We have awesome products, but none of them are as awesome as providing answers for people who are looking for these solutions, right? So I just want to, I think it's a false narrative if we're choosing product over business. I think it's the same conversation. We're solving pain in people, and we're loving people well that are looking. People that aren't looking, they're not open. So you don't have to spend emotional capital there. But boy, the more I've thought about this little presentation that we're getting ready to record, the more back to basics I want to make it, because that is ultimately the reason we've stuck around for 15 years. I would still be taking Protandim, but I would not be a consultant. It's just too hard. I'd still be drinking Axio, but I would not be as a consultant. There's too much friction if I didn't have a mandate to help transform other people's lives. That's why we do this. And you guys, you have become our family. So Monday Momentum came out as well. Krista, I don't know if you're on and willing to share while I'm transitioning to my Monday Momentum announcements.
I am. Sorry, can you hear me?
Barely, you're scratchy. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I think I'm not well. So I've not been unwell in a very long time, so it's very unusual for me to feel that, but that's why you can't see me tonight. But Jody and Cynthia, I want to say congratulations to you guys publicly. I know we've been back and forth on some congratulations, but the other thing I want to say about these 2 ladies is that they did the work. They sent out messages to Mark and to me and to some other.
You're breaking up. She's in the basement and we have a horrible phone connection down there. Decent internet, but phone is terrible. So give us a shout when you're
Dropped off. I mean, totally.
Yeah, her phone died earlier, about an hour ago, so it may not have fully recharged either. So, bless her heart. She's in a bit of a state. So let's move on to the Monday Momentum email that hopefully you all got. If for some reason you're not getting the communications from LifeVantage, please, please, please reach out to corporate or us, and we hopefully can get that rectified. You can change those settings in your back office, your notification settings, and hopefully you're all getting those. But just a real quick rundown. A lot of this is centered around convention, the Drive ERA incentive tracks. There's a cool little VIP lounge at convention. If you qualify for the Drive Era Q1 incentive, there's and this is awesome, by the way. They used to do this for the elites. We were called elite distributors before we were executive consultants, and it's a little green room, and drinks and snacks and just a place to chill, because convention centers, the Crystal Palace is huge, and trying to go from breakouts to the main session, and boy, it's just nice to have a bit of a breather to get out of the crowd and go grab a bottle of water or meet some folks. There's charging stations in there, snacks. We had massage chairs, because you're on your feet a long time if you're a leader and you're meeting with people and stuff. So that's cool. There's also a Tiffany incentive for folks that are into Tiffany jewelry and Tiffany's blue stuff. There's a breakfast that you can qualify for. 70 people, the first 70 qualify for that, and $1,000 US gift card. That would interest me. Not so much the rings and the watches and stuff from Cynthia. That requires a qualification of 25 Drive Era tracks as well. The Alaskan Cruise, we've highlighted that. Dave and Joanne Madison, we're missing that call, so make sure you get that recording. That'll be on the LifeVantage distributor page. Maybe somebody can help me out and put that on the Team Lifetree page, that link as well. A couple different calls. Of course, tonight, Rob and Summer Smolik always are happy for us, our team, to join. If you've got a business-minded person, Rob does a great job of the opportunity meeting. If you go over there, tell him don't swear. Tell him Mark said so. Tuesday at 10 a.m., Tyler Horton, who is the new Senior Director of Global Product Marketing, is doing a presentation on the Healthy Weight Stack, Pro Stack. So that's been updated. That is on the LifeVantage, the Monday Momentum Live email. And Amy Dippold. Many of you know Brad and Amy. They're dear friends from up in Iowa. They bought 2 of our dogs. They become very good friends of ours. Brand new executive consultant, 2s. They're crushing it. And Amy's doing a sort of an opportunity meeting Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Mountain. That's 7 p.m. Central. Amy Dippold, Wednesday at 6 p.m. And so, one other thing from the Monday Momentum email, there are, many of you know that it was not possible to order refills on the Core and Mind Body Enhance. But now you can do that. You can isolate one or the other and just order the refill that you need. So that's pretty cool. And those of you that were aware of the consultant cleanup and the customer cleanup, that's still going on. Check your back office if you want to get your new detailed genealogy. And here's the big announcement I have. Listen, we have a new resource that may be, is it more important than the ABC primetime? Could I be that bombastic? I think it's as important as the ABC primetime investigative report. I'll say it that way. The brand new distributor earnings income statement, disclosure statement, has been released. That is, if you click on the hub, is it in the Monday Momentum letter? I don't see it in here, but it is for sure in the hub. Let me go there and I'll show you. Oy vey. Hub.lifevantage.com. Bang. And I'll share my screen. Why is it not doing it? Anyway.
Did you say oy vey?
Oy vey. It's my Tevye coming out. All right.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. Here it is. And let me share my screen. Let me get back to Zoom. I've got open all over the place here. Check this out. Oh, sharing is not turned on. Oh, well. You'll have to take my word for it. Brand new distributor earnings statements out. And a couple things I want to highlight to you on the new distributor earnings statement. I'm looking at it here. When you get that, print out a bunch of copies so that you can sit down with people and having in your living room and having coffee with them. Highlight consultant 2. The average monthly commissions at consultant 2 are $84 a month. That's a bottle of Protandim, friends. At senior consultant 2, that's $500 a month on average. That amount, when Krista and I hit that amount, it was 3 months in. And that was the point I realized that this little silly LifeVantage thing was worth our time. Absolutely worth our time, because we were in the black making 500 extra bucks a month. People lost their minds when the stimulus checks during the pandemic came out for 600 bucks. People will absolutely go to work for 500 bucks a month. Senior consultant 3 goes up, doubles that to almost $1,000 a month. And here's the big one, managing consultant 2, $3,400 a month on average for those hitting that rank. Can I tell you the average income in the United States is not that amount? Most people, if you can show them how to get to MC2, now have life options. They don't have to go be coin operated employees anymore. They can own their own business. You've shown them how to invest $1,000 in themselves and their personal development, grow a team, and replace their life sucking existence in that daily grind of linear income. Boy, that's huge. And that's not even executive ranks. Executive ranks, EC1. Oh, where is it? I lost it. EC1. 14 grand on average. New EC1 average. You could squeak by. Most of us could squeak by on 14 grand a month. So all that to say, use that tool. You don't have to understand all the different nuances and variations of the compensation plan. You don't. Just show people this real dollars that real people are making. We can show you how to do that. And if you haven't hit that rank, you know people that have. And we can show them how to do that because we did it. So, my goodness, that's all I've got. Babe, are you back on, or did we lose you altogether? I think we lost her.
Well, I'm not your babe, but I had something.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm in the dark. I'm driving at night. Oy vey, I love that new earnings statement. I've been waiting for that, Tavia. Thank you so much for highlighting that. And so I wanted what Krista was saying about Cynthia and Jody working hard. They did. This doesn't come just because you have a beautiful face. It comes because you're working the business. Another thing is that Skip and Jill have their monthly team meeting that is coming up at 8 o'clock at the top of the hour. If you want that information, just text me and I will shoot it to you.
Yep.
Bless you guys.
Thank you, David. If somebody would put that on the Team Lifetree Consultant Facebook page and in the Signal group, everybody should have gotten an email with that information. I'm going to skip that call because I got to build this thing. So give my regards to Skip and Jill. I do want to mention, welcome a couple new folks. Shanna? You have to help me. Can you unmute?
Yeah, it's Shanna Jolliker.
Shanna Jolliker. Brand new
I
consultant.
figured I would help you with the last name as well, because I
Well,
knew you.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a French name with a soft C or
Yes.
not. Shanna, it's
Yes.
so good to have you. Brand new
Thank you.
consultant under Cynthia Bryan. You're in a great team. Some real all-stars over there. Welcome. And
Thank you.
I had another brand new consultant on, Tara Swan, Anne Marie. I don't know. Yes, Tara's on. Is it Tara or Tara? Anne Marie or
It is Tara.
Tara? All right, just like Gone with the Wind. I know Tara well. Welcome. It's really good to have you. And boy, we sure do love us some Anne Marie DeGrace. She's awesome. And Tara, Sorry. Tara, where are you located? Tara. I just got it wrong.
I'm originally from Northern California, but I have been living and working full time in Southern Alabama.
All right. Well, y'all be safe. You get some severe weather coming in tomorrow. So keep weather alert. We'll be praying for y'all. I'm not far here in Southern Tennessee. So with that, it's so good to have you. Welcome to this.
Cynthia has her hand up, Mark.
Oh,
Cynthia Bryan.
hey girl. Yes, please, what you got?
Okay, so I think we have another new consultant on, Mandy.
Yes.
Is on, and she became a new consultant in January and is learning more. She's hopping in more of these calls and learning more and more.
Awesome. Welcome, Mandy. So good to have you. These gals can plug you in. There's lots of opportunities for training, what to do, what mistakes we made. The building depth topics call is tomorrow night as well at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain. I always get stuck doing this, 7 p.m. Pacific. So with that, if all hearts are clear, I'll pass it back over. Oh, my Russell, what you got, my list? I see your hand up.
Arthur is on tonight. He's one of my newest consultants.
Welcome, Arthur. Melissa Russell crushing it over there. It's good to have you, Arthur. Well done. And I know Dr. Amy, I think I saw her on here as well earlier. So lots of growth, lots of exciting things happening. Our friend Deborah Matthias on tonight as well. That's it. So with that, back to you, Julie.
Thank you, Mark, and welcome to all the new people. So glad you could be on tonight. And I just have to say, Jody and Cynthia, you guys are just so amazing, such an encouragement. I just love who you are. You're just such a blessing, and so glad that you are on our team and just bringing so many new people on. That's wonderful. And I love your consistency. I just was so happy to see you doing weekly meetings, and joining the Zoom with it. So that's been really fun. We've been enjoying helping with that too. And Mark, thank you so much for all your insights. As always, you just bring so much value to all of us, and we love and appreciate you and wish we could be there for that performance for sure. But yes, I'm thinking about next week. Next week we have a guest coming on. She's a new executive. Her name is Sherry Martin. I'm not exactly sure what she's going to be sharing, but we'll get that word out soon. And she was actually on that African cruise. So I think she's going to have a lot of good things to share with us and bring a lot of value. So thank you everyone for being on here tonight. And we just pray that you have a wonderful week. And we love and appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, everybody.
Love y'all.
Good evening. Thank you, Mark. Thanks,
Bye.
Julie. Thanks,
Y'all.
David.